Madness coming to you with a live video. I just wanted to come on and show you my new arrivals that finally made their way here after about a week late, according to the original tracking numbers. So thanks USPS for that one. They just the tracking number was updated. It was at the distribution center that was probably about an hour away from me, and then it just kind of disappeared for about a week. So I wanted to come on now that I finally got my newest ones. Very excited for these ones. One was a surprise, wasn't even really on my radar. I honestly I don't think I've ever seen it come up for sale. I've seen it in the catalog, but I've never seen one come up for sale, and that one's really cool. And then I have got one that I have been after for quite a while because it was the only one that I was missing of this particular thing. And then the other two you've seen in my previous live videos. So let me flip it around and I'll show you what we got here. So you guys already seen those ones in the back, the 72 sanitary service truck. If you didn't see my other live video, go ahead and check that out. And then this is the 50th anniversary of the 49 dump, I believe was, I want to say, I think it said 1997 on there. Let's see. Yeah, 1997, Hasbro. Yep, 1997. And I actually opened this one. This one was factory sealed, and I opened it live in that other video. I just put a piece of tape back on it because there's no tabs on this box to hold it closed, so I just put another piece of tape. But in that video, it had been out of the box for the first time ever, so check that out. I kind of showed how it worked and stuff. Pretty cool. I've been after this one for a while just because, I don't know, it's kind of cool. Not one of the best out there, but I just thought it was pretty cool, and I wanted one, and you could never find these things under 50 bucks plus shipping new in the box. That's about what they typically go for. And I was able to snag this one for $43, I believe, and that includes shipping. So I got a great deal on it. It was brand spanking new, never opened in the box. So I was happy to pick that one up for a great price. So if you want to check that previous live video out, I think it was, I did the live unboxing. I'm not going to pull it out again. It's actually in there pretty tight. It's actually kind of a pain to get out of there. So I had to struggle with it a little bit. So you'll see that in that other video. So, like I said before, one of the best things when you get home, other than your kids running to you yelling, "Daddy," the best thing other than that is having a new Tonka waiting for you. And even better than that is having 2 new Tonkas waiting for you. So here's the one that I've been after for so long. It's not that it's hard to find. It's just I wanted a really nice one. I didn't want to pay a ton like usual. And I missed out on a couple that I should have gotten, but I forgot about them in their auctions, or I was busy and I missed out, and they went for super cheap. So thankfully, I was able to snag this one. I think I gave like $64. That includes shipping. Now that is actually a really good price. Let me zoom in. You'll see this one's in really good shape. The decals are pretty good, not peeling. There's a few tiny little kind of nicks on there, which is not a big deal at all in my book. As you can see, it doesn't really have a lot of wear and tear on the tires. May have been possibly played with outside a little bit, but even the bottom of the bucket doesn't really have many scratches. It's still got paint on it, so that's awesome. Now this is, if you've been following along, you see the red oval that tells you 1976, 77. That was the only years for the red oval decals like that. And this was the last one that I was missing. So now I officially have one of every kind of decal version, from the very first one right there, 1967. That's the first year for the Mighty Loader. And that is a 1967 because it has the laminated oval decal, which I've talked about before. And there's 9 different ones right there. So, and here is number 10. And this was the last decal version I needed. Now there are crossover versions and stuff that I still want to get, and little by little I will check those off as well. Like I always say, patience is definitely key when you're collecting. So unless you, I mean, if you get emotion into it, you want to jump at the first thing you see, you're gonna tend to pay a little bit more. And like I said, I gave $64, including shipping, with this one, which is a very fair price. Usually something like this you'd probably see for $60 to $70 in this condition, plus shipping. So $64 shipped is a very good price. So, and I didn't have to do anything but sit in my living room and press a button. So I'll take it. So I'm very happy to check this one off. This was actually the last loader version that had the air cleaners on it, and if you didn't know that. And then that one right there is the 1978 and later version. It just has the word Tonka, and that was the first year for no air cleaners on there. So hey Matt, what's up? Let's see, I bought a 1958 aerial ladder fire truck a few weeks ago. Pretty good. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, $75. Wow, that's great. Fantastic. Any year with a 5 in it and you paid $75, that's awesome. So usually you can't touch the older ones for at least $100, usually $200 or more. So if you notice, I don't have a lot of the older stuff like that, then that's the exact reason. So $75 on a 1958 aerial ladder, that's fantastic. So congrats on that one. $75, what a steal. So this one right here, this is the one that I was talking about that was kind of unexpected, wasn't even on my radar. This was the first one I've ever seen come up for sale, and it has the canoe. I mean, and there's a few different trucks, pickup trucks mainly, that have canoes that are never there. So these canoes are like a hen's tooth, if you ever heard that saying before. You just don't see them. So this is the 1981 Backcountry Explorer set, they called it. As you can see, it's a little Jeep. I don't know if the people in here are original to the truck. They do say Tonka Toys on the leg, but in the picture in the catalog, it shows a guy with no hat on. He almost looks like a mechanic. He's got like a blue kind of coveralls on, and there was no woman with the set. So, but and the canoe is supposed to be, people could fit in there as well. So as you can see, I think they're the right size people. I just don't know if they're the right people for this one. So pretty awesome. So this one is like I said, a super hard find. As you can see, it's got a spare tire on the back. These are removable tires, not like the MR970 tires where you twist the hub and the whole wheel and everything comes off. This one you twist it, and I think just the tire itself, yeah, just the tire itself comes off. You can see the little slots right there. 1 slot, 2. You twist that, and the tire itself comes on. This whole center wheel and hub stays right on there. So the plastic on here is a little bit deformed, as you see, over the years. I was going to try to kind of heat that up a little bit with something and try to straighten it back out, but I don't know. I don't want to break it. So it's not broken or anything. It's just deformed. It's got beautiful decals on it. Kind of Southwestern inspired decals on there. So this thing is so cool. So very happy to have this. And like I said, it was a surprise. So yeah, I wasn't really looking for it. It just happened to pop up one day when I was doing random searches on eBay. Sometimes that's what I do. I go on eBay and just type in Tonka, whatever, just do random searches, because you never know what people have things tagged as on their listings. So sometimes if you're not quite searching for something, If you say Tonka loader, somebody may have it as Tonka XMB 975. Like, so sometimes if you're searching, type in just random combinations of words because people kind of label things weird sometimes, and you never know what's gonna pop up on there. So, but yeah, so here's the 1981 Backcountry Explorer set. This would have came with a jack, like a regular black jack, which I have two of them up on the shelf there. I just didn't pull one down, but you've seen the black jack before, so. But really awesome and super, super hard to find. This, I think I paid around 60 bucks for this thing with shipping and everything. I bet you this canoe alone would sell for 30 or 40 bucks easily. So the accessories sometimes are worth more than the vehicle almost. So again, like I always say, know what you're looking for, know what you're looking at. So I saw this thing, it was pretty fair. I was the only bidder on the auction. I was shocked. Like I said, these things just don't come up, so I'm shocked it wasn't a bidding war. I wouldn't have gotten too crazy on it. I think I set my max bid at like 65 bucks and that was it. So, but I lucked out, happy to have it. I don't have a spot for it, but because with the sanitary service, that's going to fill that lone spot right there. That is my last spot. Those shelves right there are filled every square inch from front to back, side to side. That's my new shelving unit that I built a few months ago, and it is already full. It's awesome, but it's also a little bit crazy too that I filled that up already. So I don't know. Things happen. So now I got to do some rearranging in here because every square inch of the wall of Mighties is also filled. So there's on that wall, and including the row on the floor, there is just about 100, maybe a little bit over 100 different Mighties on there, and they're all different. Except for that tractor trailer right there, that's a double, and that dump truck right there is a double. Other than that, every single thing you see on that shelving unit over there is unique. So my wall of Mighties. So I'm gonna have to make an updated collection video. As you can see, I've even got the floor full. These ones I'm gonna be getting rid of. I'm gonna be selling them. And I've also got my train set up, my O gauge train set. So that's fun. Me and my 3-year-old have a blast playing with that. So, but I think that's going to be the end of this live video. I don't see any new comments rolling in. I appreciate everybody that has joined me in this video. Thanks for your comments, Matt, and comments, not questions. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Appreciate that. I think that's going to do it. Do I have any fire trucks? Yes, I do have. I have a newer fire truck. My cord's falling off here. Bear with me. I've got, let's see. I've got this fire truck. This one is I forget what year this is. I don't know if it's on the bottom or what. Let me see. Is it on the bottom of this one? No, I don't recall the year. It's early 90s. This one has a metal cab on it. It has the ladders with it. Pretty cool. And I also have the newer version of that truck. It's up there in the box. That one's actually a classic. I think that one's like a 2012. And I've got those two fire trucks. That's like an 80, I forget, 80, early 80s hook and ladder. And this is the older turbine version from the later 60s with the white wall tires. I'm sorry. This one actually has both ladders on it, which is actually very hard to find. The original metal ladders. I'll have to pull that out and make a video with the fire trucks. Make a fire truck video because I've never done a fire truck video. I've got this little mini super thrust pumper 76, 77 with the original metal ladders, which are super hard to find. Cool thing about these, that little bulb right there, that's rubber, and you could actually put water in these and it would spray out of the hose. Over time, the rubber kind of stiffens up and it can't really pump anymore, unfortunately, but they used to back in their day. So, and that's about the extent. Oh, I've got this other 1978 mini hook and ladder as well with the ladders in there, and that's another tough find. Other than that, I don't really have any many fire trucks. I remember having one of the snorkel trucks as a kid. It was a later, mid to late '80s snorkel truck, which it was like the bucket trucks, like that one down there, like that white one. They call that like a snorkel. But other than that, that's about my extent of fire truck collection. There are so many different ones. There's pumper trucks. There's a ladder truck. There's, like I said, the snorkel truck, which is like a bucket truck, and of course the older ones. And then there's the really old fire trucks, which are just beautiful and they go for a fortune. So the red ones, there's white ones. This book, there's a book, one of my books, Collector's Guide to Tonka Fire and Rescue Vehicles, 1954 to 1980, from Micah James. That's a really awesome book. Hold on one second. Let me pull that out and show you some of the different ones without toppling this whole stack here. Maybe I will topple it, I don't know. Like I said, I'm running out of room here, so it's like Jenga. Trying to... There we go. Oh, that was a close one. So yeah, here's the book. Pretty awesome. I'll just flip through it quick. You can see some of the different ones on the front there. There's a 50s fire truck right there. There's the rescue trucks, the Jeep. That's such an awesome one. That's like a later 70s, like 78 or 9, or maybe even early 80s with those one-piece tires on there. There's a pumper truck right there, the turbine, this one, and the Jeeps. Those are awesome. Let's see. If you're into the fire trucks, I highly recommend this book. You can get it anywhere books are sold, Amazon, or even in stores. Really awesome. And it's also, it's helpful for, I'll show you, let's see. It's helpful for more than just fire trucks. These are some of the decals he goes through. Fire hydrants, logos. I mean, there's more than just fire truck info in here. There's the info on the ladders and hoses. That's really cool right there. He goes through the different wheels and tires combinations. So that's helpful for all Tonkas right there. Super cool. He shows different packaging. There's some of the minis, some of the tiny sets. If there was a custom Tonka you gave a rainbow. Is there one? I don't know. I've never seen one, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing a rainbow Tonka, no matter who it was for. I've seen people do. I've seen people do some pink ones for breast cancer awareness, which is pretty cool. I've never seen a rainbow one though, so I wouldn't mind seeing one. I'm not opposed to any of it. So here's some of the tiny sets. There's lots of tiny sets for the fire trucks and stuff. Super cool. Let's see, minis. Here's some of the regular. Oh yeah, these can bring some serious money right there. Those rescue vans. Yeah, there are some people that make some really nice customs. So here's some of the white ones I was talking about. U.S. Air Force ambulance, that's awesome. Mini Jeeps. Yeah, the mini Jeeps are so awesome. Flip back. Yeah, here's some of the Wagoneers. I like your custom Wagoneer too. I commented on your video. That's really cool. The Garfield with the orange and the stripes on top. That looks really cool. Good idea. So if you guys haven't checked out the Tonka Kids YouTube channel, check him out. He's got quite the collection going, that's for sure. So give him a subscribe over on his channel too. So show him some love. We got to encourage the next generation. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Anytime. Hey, what's up? Davey Digger. Let's see. Do you think I should go ahead and get the 6-wheel backhoe? I was talking about the other day, or should I wait for a good deal on the crawler one? Personally, as far as our conversation the other day with the 6-wheel backhoe, you said it does have a missing hubcap. I know it's all a matter of preference, but for me, I don't like to put aftermarket. Yeah, right. Yep, the rare white wall one. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. You said it had a missing hubcap, which means the white wall popped out too. There are replacements, but the color is always a little off. So I don't know. I feel like it is maybe a little on the high end, but that included shipping too, the price that you told me. So I don't know. That's really your call. Like I said, my preference is if it's missing a hubcap, I wouldn't get it. But not to say that it's bad. I just don't want to go. I just don't want to have to look for the parts for it. That's all. I mean, and you really could if you found something cheap enough with a white wall decal, because they're universal. Maybe you can take an original one off of one, but then you have to buy another thing, and then you got more money into it. So if you really like the the white wall didn't pop out. Oh, okay. Separate piece. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess that's really your call. I mean, I think you said $75 shipped. I guess it's not a horrible price. Yep. Yeah, sure. Yeah, some of them, the whole white wall and everything pops out like in one insert. But yeah, the insert stayed in there. Okay, cool. So yeah, like I said, $75. I have the regular backhoe that's like a 71 or like a 70 to a 72 or 71, because it has the black wall tires over there. And I think I only gave $40 for that. Or 30, maybe even 30 or 20, I forget. I think it cost $40 with shipping. Yeah, the crawler is definitely the best. Yeah, I mean, if you're not really crazy about the 6-wheel white wall tire, I mean, if it's not your thing, if you'd really rather have the crawler backhoe, I mean, like I said before, the crawler backhoe is the king. So, if you're not really into it and you don't really love it, then I wouldn't even spend the money on it. I would save it for, like I said, those backhoes are gonna run you usually around. Okay, yep. I wish I had some literature on the Canadian versions, because I don't really have any. All my catalogs and stuff are U.S. versions, and I don't really know anybody that has the. No, none of this is for sale, unfortunately. All my collection. Yeah, I wish I had some Canadian literature. I'm gonna have to reach out to some of my fellow collectors and see if anybody's got anything. I'm really lacking in the Canadian Tonka info area. So, but if you don't really love the 6-wheel and you're just buying it just to buy one, I would wait. I would save it for your. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, the U.S. version with white walls. Like I said, in the U.S. catalog, they don't even show the 6-wheel backhoe with white walls. So if you have one with white walls and you're sure they're original, then that's a pretty good find. Could have been made in the Canadian factory with a U.S. decal too, because like I've said before, they gave all the extra stuff to the Canadian factory. Oh, I don't have three or four of the same machine. Every single one of these is all different. That one up there is a double, and that tractor trailer right there is a double. Literally everything else you see here is unique. I don't have 3 and 4 of the same machine. They're all different. Yep. I don't keep any doubles. Every one you see minus those 2 is different. So I have 10 different loaders. Each one is different. It's got different decals. Every wrecker is different. I think I have how many wreckers? I think I have like 13 different wreckers, and each one is different. I really don't keep any doubles. Yeah, the tracks are awesome. Where is my track? Oh, it's in there. It's kind of tucked in there. Pull it out. Let me grab it. Let me dig it out of the shelf, out of its spot here. I gotta dig them out here. Give me a minute. That's the problem with the full shelves. There we go. I had to keep the shelves really tight so I could maximize my maximize my space here in my limited room. I may have to take over another room in the basement here. So there's my crawler backhoe. This one is a 78 to 81. So the crawler backhoe is definitely cooler than the 6-wheel one, in my opinion. Looks like a real excavator, which is awesome. So let's see. I don't want to miss anybody's difference between Tonka trucks and Buddy L trucks if you're new to collecting. They're very similar. I don't really get into the Buddy L, the older Buddy L stuff. Buddy L, I will say Buddy L makes a lot of unique things. I've got a lot of the Buddy L, like they call them Buddy L Brutes. They're basically like a tiny Tonka, and they make some awesome sets. I have a Pepsi set, I have a Coca-Cola set, new in the box, and I am waiting on a Hershey's set, which is really awesome. So I can't wait till that gets here. And the good thing, and I have this one too, the Pan Am freight set. It's just missing the forklift, which I have to just grab one off of eBay. But that thing is mint in the box too. The box is a little beat up, but the good thing about the Buddy L's is they're usually a little bit cheaper than Tonkas too. So that's awesome. But they're really nice. So they just use a little bit different styling. All the toys of that era are very similar. They just have slight differences for patent purposes, I'm sure. But Buddy L is they made a lot of different things. There's like circus trucks, and there's like Coca-Cola trucks, and lots of cool different things. Buddy L made the Mack dump trucks. If you've ever seen those are super awesome. I don't have any yet. They usually get pretty pricey, but I really want to grab one. There's actually one for sale near me right now. It's a Buddy L Mack dump truck, and it's a hydraulic version, and they're asking $180 for it, which is high in my mind anyways. But yeah, the Buddy L stuff is cool. I just don't get into the older things, and I try to stick to mostly Tonka, except for the Brutes, like the tinies. Let's see. Just scrolling through comments here. I pulled out the backhoe. That's a 78 to 81 version of the crawler backhoe, since we were talking about it. Let's see. Crawler. Yeah, I think you should. If it was me, I would wait. Like I said, I'm not really crazy about the 6-wheel excavators or backhoes, whichever you want to call it. I just got one just to have one, just because, like I said, it was cheap and it's a good condition, but they're kind of a weird looking one. And I remember you sent me that link for the video on the real 6-wheel excavators. I can't remember the brand of it, but it was really cool. I never knew they made an actual real 6-wheel version, just similar looking to that too. So that was really cool. Let's see, John Deere built some custom real life for the military. Oh, that must be the one then. Yeah. I saw the YouTube video. I think you sent me the link for it about the, yeah, that was really awesome. Yep. Yeah, that was such a cool video. The first time I'd ever seen one. Some of these things, like I think I posted a picture of the super thrust cabs, like this style cab. I think in the community section I posted, like they actually had a truck made by GM. They called it the gas turbine truck, which actually Tonka calls these style cabs gas turbine cabs. But these super thrust cabs were identical to the GM gas turbine trucks. So if you've never seen that before, or if you didn't see my post in the community section, just go on Google and Google GM gas turbine trucks. And they have semi trucks back, I forget when it was, in the 60s maybe. They look exactly like this. They've got the same style grill and everything. So check that out. Somebody had posted a picture of it, and I was like, no way. I've always wondered how where they came up with that cab style and design, and that's where it came from the GM General Motors gas turbine truck. So go on Google and check that out and read the story about the gas turbine truck, which Tonka made the super thrust cabs after. Super awesome. So let's see. If you ever see a rare Tonka in someone's yard and now one home, would you steal it? No, I wouldn't steal it. That's for sure. I wouldn't want somebody to steal my stuff, so I try not to steal anybody's things. I'd maybe ask if they wanted to sell it. Unfortunately, where I live in New York here, I'm always, every day, multiple times a day, I'm always scanning my local marketplace, Facebook marketplace, and I kind of set the search radius for, I don't know, whatever, like an hour or so radius, because I just hate to drive. There was just a toy show over the weekend, but it was like a 3 hour and 15-minute drive, and I'm like, ugh, I just don't want to drive all the way out there. There's a show, it's not sometimes once a month, but for like collectibles and video games and Pokemon cards, stuff like that. They have the occasional random Tonka there, but yeah. So usually I'm always searching, but yeah, I wouldn't steal it. I would feel too bad. I know we all work very hard for everything that we buy, so I wouldn't want it to happen to me, so I don't do it to anybody. I know a girl used to play with some old Tonka trucks at Grandpa's house. One of them happened to be a crawler backhoe. She said he had no idea. It's rare. Well, that was your mistake right there. You told her it was rare. Should have said, hey, do you want to sell that piece of junk? The way I look at it, if you ask them what they want for it, it's not really dishonest. You give them what they want, and that's it. I always anytime somebody says make an offer, I don't like to make offers on things that I buy, because I don't know. You never know where somebody's head's at, and I certainly pay retail plenty of times, or pretty close to retail. I try to stay under retail. Most of the stuff I do. Yeah. I always tell everybody, when you're out locally hunting for Tonkas, just try to keep your emotions in. Like, if you see something, you're like, whoa, no way, I can't believe you got that. And then they're going to be like, oh, wow, that must be worth money. So try to keep yourself reined in. Try to put your poker face on when you're out there trying to negotiate. So you always gotta, you don't have to lie, but you don't have to divulge everything. That's all. It's funny. Sometimes you'll be talking to somebody and you'll say the wrong thing and you're like, oh no, now they're gonna know it's rare or they're gonna think it's worth a fortune. So keep the conversation to a minimum and uh, Hess trucks, yeah, actually I have I don't have any old ones. Well, I guess it depends on what you feel is old. I have a two two or three totes full of Hess trucks from childhood. I've got every one from 1996, I think, every single one. From then until now, my dad actually still gets me a Hess truck every single year. Me and my two boys, we each get one. Yeah, it's and the Hess trucks, even the really old ones, they still only bring like 30 bucks or 35 bucks, something like that. I mean, I think the brand new ones are more than that now. I guess from back when I always used to think saving my Hess trucks would get me, I'll save them and they'll be worth a fortune. They're really not, but they do have special edition ones that you could have bought, and even now they have special edition ones that aren't like the general ones that everybody gets. Those are the ones that are really worth. But just like anything else, the least common things are worth a lot more. Just scrolling through comments to make sure I didn't miss anybody's. Yeah, so back to Davy. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. If you, like I said, if you don't really love the 6-wheel backhoe with the white walls, then I would just save your money until you find a reasonably priced crawler backhoe. That's what I would do. There's lots of things that I want, and I see them pop up, and they're a good price, and I'm like, I don't really want to spend the money on that right now. Just reading comments here. Just trying to figure out where I left off. Let's see. Wasn't Tonka? Oh yeah, worked the opposite way. Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, you never know. You never know what's gonna go on. So I try to keep the conversation to a minimum when I'm out there, especially when you're dealing with like a antique dealer or something like that. Sometimes there lots of antique dealers and stuff. They obviously it's a business, so they're trying to make money. They got overhead with the store and whatever. So, but sometimes they don't necessarily know what they got. Taco that I got last year's rat infested. How do you get the smell? Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I got, let's see, which one did I have that smelled like mouse pee? I don't know. Last summer there was a local auction and I ended up winning 28 different Tonka trucks, mostly Mighties, and some of them must have been stored outside and they had some mouse turds in there and they smelled a little bit like pee. I don't know. If it's really bad, I don't know, spray some Lysol in there or something. Just don't get the decals wet. That's all. That's my only suggestion. Don't get the decals wet. If you get them wet, they can start to pop off. So just be careful with that. Let's see. Opening an eBay package. Is that what you said? Looks like a typo there. Yeah, eBay can get dangerous. It's tough. It's very tempting to have everything in the world at the push of a button. So yeah, when you're searching eBay, like I said, just keep emotions in check and keep an eye on certain things because not everybody people find people that do like clean outs, house clean outs or whatever. They'll find something and they'll say, "Oh, I know this is worth money." They kind of know what it is, but it'll be um, like the description will be wrong. They'll think it's a 2001 dump truck. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, 2001 dump truck. Like the regular dump trucks, they shouldn't be worth a whole ton. So just make sure you don't pay too much for it, I would say, and watch the shipping prices. Most things can be shipped for. Hey Gary, what's up? Oh man, I know. Yep. Like I said, I took some things off the shelf now, but I literally have one spot left that's for the sanitary service, and all my shelves are full. So yeah, Tonka Kid. Um, just watch out for shipping. Like I said, most things can be shipped for 20 bucks, 25 maybe. So you don't want to be paying like 50 bucks, even for the mighties. That's just crazy. Some people try to make money on the shipping, which I get. It's a pain to ship, but just be patient and you'll find a good deal. I promise. I do it all the time because even though I've got a lot of stuff that costs a lot of money, I'm also very cheap and I try to get the most for my money because it's very hard to earn that money. So I want to get the most for it. So $8. Hey, there you go. That's a win. Definitely a win. Uh, let's see. Besides Tonkas, what other toy do you want for Christmas? Oh man, I want all toys for Christmas. Uh, I like Erdl tractors. If you've never seen my Erdl collection, Erdl tractors are very fun. I grew up my family had a produce farm. We were doing 70 acres at one point. Uh, we had an Alice Chalmers dealership right in town here. So we had a few Alice Chalmers ourselves. We currently have a D15 and D17. We used to have a 185. We had a 7010 at one point. So big AC guys over here. I love Erdl tractors. I've got all those 116 scales. I've got all these 164 scale Erdl tractors. So Erdl tractors are a fun toy as well. And this one right here, I had this as a kid. This isn't the same one, but it's exactly like it. And this was maybe even more of a favorite toy to me than my Tonka toys as a kid, because this is what I used to load all my Tonka trucks with, because an excavator was always my favorite toy. So I loved my Erdl Case 116 scale excavator. And I finally found a beautiful one. And there it is. So that would be if I was to ask Santa Claus for another toy other than Tonkas, it would be an Erdl tractor, or actually, I'm somebody follows my page and they have their own channel. It's called Rab's Trains, and since I've been watching his channel, I pulled out my O gauge train set. So that's something that I really love, and I wish I had more room. So I got to find some room here in my basement to build onto my O gauge train set. So that's really fun too. When I was 4, I got to run an excavator, and it was an old case. Oh, cool. Yeah, I believe this one I believe that's from the 80s, late 80s. So I never ran a case excavator. I ran Cat, New Holland, Cabelco. I remember a friend of our family owned an excavation company, and I remember being 7 years old. I remember that day like it's burned into my mind forever. I was 7 years old, and my dad was helping him out running dump truck, and we were hauling topsoil, and he had a Komatsu PC 120 excavator. And while there was no trucks there, he let me sit in the driver's seat, and he got out and he said, "Here, have fun." And I got to run a Komatsu PC 120 excavator by myself at 7 years old, and that was the greatest thing ever. And then from then on, I was hooked on construction and excavation, and that's really kind of why I do what I do now. So I have my own Bobcat equipment. I have a Bobcat E32 excavator and a Bobcat S570 skid steer and some other equipment, a wood chipper and stuff like that. Like I said, I grew up on a farm, so awesome stuff. Yeah, I got to, like I said, we were kind of out. We were digging out topsoil from a berm, and there was nobody around. So at 7 years old, he said, "Here, climb up in the seat." And then he got out and he's like, "Here, have fun." I'm like, "Wow, really?" So that was really awesome. There was nothing for me to damage, so he just said, "Here, have fun." So I loved that, and I got to ride in dump trucks and everything with him. They had all kinds of stuff. I was always hanging out with him, and I still talk to him today. He's a great guy. Lionel set from 1946. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, just like anything else, I guess there's some. I always see as I look more and more into the train sets. I see pre-war, post-war stuff. I'm not really super familiar with it all. I don't mind. I don't get crazy with it. I actually I picked up this box car the other day from a local antique shop for $20. It was new in the box, and then some of these things light up. So the train sets. I grew up where I grew up on our farm. We had the main train tracks literally across the street from us, and we lived at a crossing. So I always loved to see trains. We used to see. I've seen a presidential train go by before. I've seen Barnum and Bailey circus train. I've seen trains filled with military equipment. I've seen all the railroad maintenance equipment, which is awesome. The track grinder, the ballast cleaner. I got to see all that stuff growing up. So I got to see trains filled with farm tractors heading out to New York City to be shipped. Because I'm in New York. I'm in like central New York, about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours away from New York City. So we got to see everything kind of heading down that way to be shipped overseas and everything. So I got to see a lot of cool stuff on the railroad tracks. So trains were always some of my favorite things. Just reading some comments here. Yeah, right. Bulldozer and a wife having comedy. Yeah, definitely can be a little pushy sometimes. I'm lucky that mine kind of came around with my Tonka collection. She wasn't really feeling it at first, but she sees how much joy it brings me. Like I said, I own a construction business, and I've been super busy, and it's really stressful building $500,000, $1 million houses. You really got to be on your game all the time and always planning and thinking, and you come home really tired and body aching, and so this is kind of the one thing that gives me joy. So she kind of, I really, I can't complain about her as far as that goes, because she really kind of lets me go. She knows I keep it relatively reined in. I don't get super crazy, even though it may not seem. Hey, Dominique, how's it going? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Trains are all post-war. Yeah, my everything of mine, that engine right there, that kind of steam engine looking thing. I actually got the box for it right there. The New York Central Flyer set. That was from when I was a kid. I got that brand new in 1997, and then in my mid-teen years, I bought the newer cars that you see there. And actually, um, this was the one that I was talking about. This train car right there. That's my O gauge train, but that's a 1/64 scale tractor on there, so that fits really good on there. I think we talked about that before. So, and I got a little bridge for it, but a couple of little crossings, but nothing crazy. It's not a super fancy set, but yeah. Yeah, that was a funny joke with the bulldozer. Yeah, like I said, I'm lucky that that she kind of lets me go and doesn't really bust my chops a lot. So, but well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign off from this video. I really appreciate everybody that's been commenting and everybody that watches, everybody that subscribes, everybody that supports. It really just means the world to me. It's so awesome that I can do something that brings me so much joy, and just share my collection and everything that I pick up with all you guys and girls, and just I can't thank y'all enough. And like I said in my community post, I've had some people reach out that wanted to that send me things. If you really wanted to send me something, whatever it may be, I'm gonna set up a PO box for that. So not that I expect anything from anybody. Just your support on here just means the world to me. So I appreciate all that. But I will send it up because some people just want to. I've had some people reach out, and I told them no, and they're like, oh no, I'd really want to. It'd mean a lot if you accepted it. I'm like, all right, so I will. I don't want to make anybody feel bad because I certainly appreciate you wanting to do stuff. And again, you don't have to. I'm totally fine the way it is now, but I'm gonna set it up just in case anybody wanted to send anything. So whatever it may be, Tonka related. So, and I am a friend of mine does web design and logo design. So I've been working. He made up some preliminary logos and stuff for my channel. So I just have to finalize a few things, and then I want to get some merch made up, maybe some shirts and stickers and stuff like that. Just little things for with the Mighty Tonka Madness logo. I just need to get some time to finalize that stuff with him, and that will be fun. And I'll have a big one made up. Hey, Alan, what's up? I was actually just gonna sign off. I've been on for 53 minutes, and my family's upstairs waiting on me. And I made a video before this that I'm gonna post probably tomorrow with my Hasbro era dump trucks and the evolution of them. So I'm actually just gonna sign off. So I don't mean to say hi and bye at the same time, but appreciate you checking in. Yeah, good night. Have a good night. Appreciate you watching. And I love your channel, Tonka Kid. I love that you put so much effort into it, and you're really into it at such a young age with toys that are just way older than you, way older than a lot of us. I know I'm only 39, so a lot of these are way older than me. So I appreciate all your videos and the effort that you put in to just having fun with it. And I love your creativity with your customs. So that's really awesome. So 20, yeah. Yeah, I just turned 39 this year. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm going to sign off, and thank you again to everybody. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe. And stay tuned. Always stay tuned for more. I got 11. Yep. Yeah, good for you. That's awesome that at 11 years old you're so into it. And you actually put out some good info, which is awesome. So like I said, it's very important to inspire younger kids like yourself. I mean, because kids these days, I mean, they're into electronics. As you know, you're probably into electronics. I was into Nintendo and stuff. I still play Nintendo with my sons and all that, but these old toys, they just don't make them like this anymore. So it's awesome to have an 11-year-old in it, and maybe you can inspire more 11-year-olds to keep the hobby going. So these are pieces of history, and they're important, and we got to keep it going. one great quote that I've heard people say many times about collectors is these toys were here before us, they'll be here after us. We don't really own them. We are just their temporary caretakers. So we need to inspire the next generation of caretakers for these awesome pressed steel toys. So yeah, right. Yeah, like when I was a kid I was born in '85, so that was when Nintendo and stuff was just coming out. So we were still in the age where if we were inside, our parents, and I lived across the yard from my grandparents. If they saw us inside, they'd be like, "Get outside! What are you doing in here? It's nice out. Go play outside." So we really played with our Tonkas and got into a lot of stuff outside. But we also had the farm too, so that was always fun. Let's see. Track hose. Yeah, the red oval one. Yeah, you're lucky. That's the 77, the red oval crawler backhoe. That's the 77. That's the first year. This one is the second generation, 78 to 78 to 81. So your red oval crawler backhoe is a 77 first year. So congrats on finding that. That's awesome. That's a tough find. Yeah, everything had their place. When we were inside, we'd play some Nintendo, but if it was nice outside, we were outside. Even in the wintertime, like I said, I'm in New York, so we used to get a lot of snow. We haven't lately, but we'd be outside till dark until we were soaking wet, sledding and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, the good old days. Yellow handles too. Wow. Yeah, that's a good find. Very good find. Oh, it was the 77 too, huh? Yeah, I still feel like I don't know. That's up to you, but I feel like that price was it was high. Yeah, yeah. The red oval decal 77 for the first year for the crawler backhoe. 1 year only with that oval. So, but I don't know. I think that's just too high of a price in my opinion. And sometimes it's so painful to let think. Yeah, I mean you never know. Try to shoot them an offer then. I mean, if it's in really good shape, I mean, I don't know. I'd try to go to 150 personally. They'll probably decline it, but usually if they're at almost double that, they won't. But it doesn't hurt. Sometimes if I see the little thing on there, whatever price or best offer, I shoot them a stupid low ball offer. Sometimes they accept it and you're shocked. So you just never know. Depends on how long it's been on there. How do you get a jackhammer on a backhoe or excavator? Yeah, they just connect just like a bucket, and you got to have the hydraulic hoses to run the jackhammers on the backhoes and excavators. Too bad they didn't have a Tonka version of a jackhammer. I'm sure that somebody can make a custom one. Yeah, try it. Yeah, you never know. That's the good thing about the pressed steel. If they're not dented too bad and you can get at it to get something on there to straighten it out or whatever, they straighten out pretty good. There's my 77 garbage truck had some bends and dings and whatever, and you can usually pound them out pretty good. A set of hand seamers for like working with ductwork. You can get them at like Harbor Freight or whatever discount tool places near you, and those are awesome for straightening out stuff. Like even the teeth on here, like this was played with outside. I mean, look at the bucket. Those hand seamers, you just crimp onto it with that, and it would straighten that right out pretty good. So try that. But oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, some nice bodywork hammers and stuff like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. I know I wanted to get myself an anvil, honestly. I've got a lot of stuff, but I don't have an anvil. An anvil for get a nice flat body hammer and to pound out a few things. So that's the key, is like something like that. You can hit it on there. Bent the bucket straighten out with the bare hands. Yeah, right. I know. There's a lot of things you can just straighten out by hand. So that's, like I said, that's the awesome thing with pressed steel stuff. You can just they're bent. You can bend them right back without relatively no damage to them. So that's always great. But all right, I've been at, my timer just hit 1 hour even. So that's awesome. I'm so, yeah, definitely. Yeah, try to talk that price down for sure. Yeah, right. Yeah, throw an offer of $50. You're a good negotiator, man. Oh, sorry. Look at that. Check out my SpongeBob slippers. $250 including shipping. Yeah, I mean, most things will ship for 25 bucks. I mean, anything more than that, they're just kind of adding to it. So, I mean, 225. I would try to get as close to 150 as I can, if it's in really good shape, despite the bent bucket stuff. If the body in that stuff is in good shape, like I said, this one I think I gave 80 bucks including shipping with. It's got paint chips and stuff like that. This, I could probably sell this thing for 100 bucks easily. I polished it and cleaned it up. It's got nice decals on it. It's got this boom decal, which is missing a lot of times. Tracks are, yeah, this one's got really nice tracks on it, original. So, I mean, if it's got the decals on it, I don't know, maybe 150, nice shape. Maybe 180 if it was like mint. Yeah. But definitely under 200, including shipping, of course. I mean, every time I talk about prices, I always shipping's always got to be factored in there, because I'm always thinking about resale. Like, I don't intend to sell any of my collection ever, but if the day ever comes where, God forbid, I need to sell them for some reason, which, I mean, I don't see that ever happening, but never say never. I always keep resale in mind, so just know what things are worth and try to buy them. I always try to buy them with some equity, meaning I could immediately sell them for more than I paid, including shipping. So always keep that in mind. But so thanks again, everybody. I am gonna go ahead and get out of here. Yeah, go ahead. Send me the link on my messenger or whatever, and maybe in a comment even, or whatever. You can check out my Facebook page or Instagram if you got that stuff, and send it there, or post it in a comment too. Whatever. I gotta finish setting up my email. Like I said, I'm gonna get a PO box set up for the channel and all that good stuff. So you guys can always comment. I try to stay up on comments and stuff with any questions. Oh, really? Huh? Yeah. Probably because it's just a different site or whatever. I will double check that my email works, and then I will send you my my email if you don't have Facebook or Instagram. And but I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you for that's right, SpongeBob slippers. I love SpongeBob. SpongeBob came out when I was a kid, and I still watch it today. So I'm 39 years old. No shame. I love it. Yeah, get on Facebook. It's easy enough, and just to join like Tonka groups and stuff. Follow I have 3 different groups that I moderate. Two groups are actually mine, plus my page and my Instagram. Instagram's easy too. So, but thank you, everybody. Thanks for the comments. Your support means the world to me. I truly mean that. You guys keep me going. This is more work than it seems, to make videos and post and answer comments and all that stuff all day while I'm working and all that. It really is a lot of work, so I appreciate everybody bearing with me, everybody that follows. I'm still in awe to know that I have 1,380 subscribers in a little over a year, and almost 200,000 total views. It's crazy to know that, and humbling, really, to know that that many people care what I have to say. So, thanks again, and watch out for my new video that I'm probably gonna, I don't know if I'll do it tonight or tomorrow morning, about the Hasbro dump truck evolution. So look for that, and I hope to see you in the next one, and always be hunting. See you later.